This lab focuses on managing GPOs in Windows Server 2022. The first step is to ensure connectivity between the domain controller and client machines. I use the ping command to verify communication via IP, and then use tracer to obtain the hostname. Finally, I ping the hostname to confirm DNS resolution is working. Next, I open the Group Policy Management console by pressing WinR, typing gpmc.msc, and pressing Enter. To create a new GPO, I navigate to the domain, click the Action button, select New GPO, and name it User Account Restrictions. To create a new organizational unit OU, I press WinR, type dsa.msc, and press Enter to open the Active Directory Users and Computers console. In the console, I click Action, select New, choose Organizational Unit, and name it Finance as per the lab requirement. To add a user to the organizational unit OU, I drag the user 991692583 into the Finance OU. Then I navigate to the Finance OU in the Group Policy Management console. Click the Action tab, select Link an existing GPO, and choose the GPO named User Account Restrictions. To edit the user restrictions described in the password policy, I navigate to the GPO tab and click Edit, which opens the Group Policy Management Editor. From there, I go to Computer Configuration, Policies, Windows Settings, Security Settings, Account Policies. I modify the required password policies and lockout policies as specified in the lab documentation. Finally, the GPO is successfully linked and visible under the chosen OU, achieving the expected outcome. To create a new GPO for software deployment, I follow the same method as before. Navigate to the Action menu, select New, and name the GPO as specified in the Documentation Software Deployment Policy. To select the software for deployment, I click Edit to open the Group Policy Management Editor. Since there is no internet connection or installer packages available on the system, I create a dummy MSI file to demonstrate the process. In the Group Policy Management Editor, I navigate to Computer Configuration, then Policies, followed by Software Settings. Next, I click on the Action menu, select New, and then choose the Package option, which opens a window to select the installation file. I select the dummy MSI file to demonstrate the steps, but since it is a dummy file, the process cannot be fully complete. Since both GPOs were linked to the Finance OU, and the lab requirements mentioned focusing on either software deployment or the settings changes, I chose to emphasize the settings changes. This is because I was able to fully demonstrate the process for settings changes successfully, whereas the software deployment steps, although accurate, could not be fully implemented due to the lack of an installation file on my system. To verify that the settings changes in the GPO were functional, I first logged in using the account 991692583 as shown in the command prompt starting line. I ran the command gpupdate forced to ensure all GPO policies were enforced. Next, I ran a command to display the currently enforced password policy. As shown in the output, the minimum password length was set to 8 characters as configured in the GPO. Similarly, the account lockout threshold was set to 5 attempts, matching the earlier configuration. This confirms that the expected outcome was achieved, with the settings changes successfully applied. To troubleshoot and ensure that the GPO settings are applied correctly, there are 2 effective methods. First, the Group Policy Results wizard can be used to generate a detailed report of the applied policies. To access this, open the Group Policy Management console by running gpmc.msc. Navigate to the Group Policy Results section and launch the Group Policy Results wizard. Follow the steps in the wizard to select the target computer and user, and once completed, it generates a comprehensive report showing all applied GPOs, along with any errors encountered. Alternatively, the GP result, our command can be executed in command prompt on the client machine with administrative privileges. This command provides a summary of all applied GPOs for both the computer and the currently logged in user. The report lists the applied policies, and by reviewing it, you can confirm whether the GPOs linked to the Finance OU are correctly enforced. If the desired GPOs are not listed under applied group policy objects, further investigation into the link or replication status may be necessary. These methods are essential for diagnosing and resolving GPO-related issues effectively.